Mark is from Dunmow with some thoughts on the prison plans as well. Morning, Mark.
Morning, how are you?
Yeah, really good. Thanks for coming on the show. What do you make of these proposals?
Well, basically, I came from an area in Staffordshire which constructed a brand new prison in a rural community. And the pros and cons are basically it was on an old area RAF site which was used in the Second World War, which was really overgrown and a beautiful green area because of all the grass and trees had grown through the concrete, so on and so forth. So anyway, they went ahead with the prison plan on the outskirts of the village. Property prices slashed, undesirable. It wasn't the people in the prisons, it was the people who were coming to visit them, because obviously people hang out in the same gang. So it was the undesirables that came to visit the prisoners that became, a problem for the area at local shops, casing places out, sort of vulnerable places to rob, all that. So the pros and cons are, those were the bad points. The good points were that more employment, people trained as prison officers. When they were building the prison, they sourced materials in the locality, so that obviously generated income. So there was pros and cons, but my point is, we also, on another RAF site, because I was in the construction and sort of landscaping industry, we planted 40,000 trees on one of those.
Oh, yeah.
So my point is, new point of view is, why don't these satellite centres are going up alongside the motorway, they go up so quickly. I'm up and down, north to south, and you see the big Amazon sort of factories going up in sort of months. Why don't they allocate an area within that area, which is easy accessible, for one. Two, the main thing about prisons, my thoughts are, is the perimeter, making sure that people don't get out.
Yeah.
So they could build them on these satellite centres near to the Amazons and all those sort of places. So you've got a perimeter that people can't get out of, easy access, it doesn't affect anybody's property price. But the other thing you've got there is, when the rehabilitation occurs and work experience is required, these people could easily go from the prison to these satellite centres, get themselves rehabilitated by getting some work experience. It's a win-win situation, so I can't understand why the planners still keep going for these sort of rural areas when there's no need for it, really.
That's a really interesting point. What a great call to finish the show. I don't think we've spoken before, Mark. Thank you very much. But it's kind of joining everything together to try and make sure there is a win-win, so there's opportunities for people once they're out and rehabilitated. It's in a practical location in terms of linking. It's ticking a number of boxes there. Mark in Dunmow, thank you for your call. Thank you for all of your calls, texts and emails.